All right, YouTube, it's me with Freddy Rodriguez again in Puerto Rico, Little America. Um, so, anyways, been talking. This is going to be part three, but we're going to touch on the what's going on, the situation with the electric and the federal funding that's going on over in Puerto Rico that mainstream media is not talking about. So this is straight from I hate to say straight from the horse's mouth, but straight from you know the man living on the island, so to speak. So what were you talking about the generators?
Yeah, so basically, and if we have to do another one, yeah, it's all good. But just to resume, basically, the problem in America, but coming back to Puerto Rico, it's FEMA.
Mm-hmm.
FEMA has all the power. Not some, not they will have, no. They've been having it.
Absolutely.
If you go back to Harvey, to Texas and Arizona, you have an idea what basically happened. Now, coming back down here, FEMA's going to be down here almost 11 years.
Wow.
11 years. And basically, whatever FEMA says, it's what the government, in this case, the federal government, because FEMA controls the federal government. Just to pinpoint, I know it sounds crazy, but when you go back to the law of FEMA, just check the laws. Just check what type of power basically they have when there's a national disaster declared. Yeah. But basically it's FEMA and the federal government. But FEMA, basically it's allowing diseases down here on the island. And you will not hear this from the mainstream media.
Yeah, I saw your videos on all the trash heaps that are just piled up and just left there.
Yeah, and if I go now, like right now live, we can check it out. I mean, they have dumpsters in every basically town, but what they're doing, it's wrong. They're BSing with the health.
Right.
Right now, they keep saying that almost 40 people died from Maria down here. More than 400 people died out here.
Wow. So they're saying 40, but you're saying 400.
Yes. Right. Easily, because going back here, I spent, when I was little, a Category 5 named Hugo in the 1980s. I thought the world was going to end, and I was like 5 years old or something. But this thing, going back to the CHEMTRAILS and man-made, a lot of people, when you go to Congress, to the page, when you go to the senator's page, there's a patent on modified weather. When you go inside the page of the FBI, they even break it down.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people don't realize. There's patent, that's what I've learned from Alex Jones. When everybody thought he was crazy that the CIA was linked with Amazon, and then come to find out that the CIA had a contract, a patent with Amazon for $8 billion to spy on American people. All these patents are out there. People just have to search for them. They just believe what mainstream media, says. But like you said, you can find them if you do your research where, I guess it's public record. It's just how hard you're willing to dig for it.
Exactly. And now that you mention, I think almost 7 or 8 billions, Elon Musk is also behind the federal government.
Yeah,
because now that you mentioned the CIA, the CIA is funding Elon Musk.
Wow.
Yeah. And now that you mention Amazon, probably this year or a couple months, they always try to play it off like, oh, no, we're not going to buy it, blah, 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 blah. Amazon might be buying here 25 acres or 18 acres of land down here.
Sounds like a FEMA camp.
And exactly, brother, exactly. And all the ex-military bases that were closed down here in the supposedly 90s,
yeah,
they are reopening for the population. Why? Because there's certain houses in the island in certain geographical areas that FEMA camp has declared disaster, and you can't not go back. So they put you in other places, other houses. You rent another house, blah 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 blah. But basically, the one you had, you lose it. And
that's bull crap. That's worse than eminent domain. So even if your house isn't destroyed, FEMA's just going to say, okay, it's destroyed, you can't go back, you lose your land. Here, go stay in a FEMA trailer. We got your land now.
Exactly.
So that's what's going on over in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm. And now they're going to hire, again, the company Whitefish.
Whitefish?
Because they're saying, yeah, you can check that out. That company, I think, is from, I think it's Montana. I think it's from Montana. I'm pretty sure. It's called Whitefish. When you go back to these big magazines or whatever, what they're trying to discredit is not all Puerto Ricans. It's like all Americans. Not all Americans are stupid. Not all Puerto Ricans are stupid either. But there's actually a doctrination of making people believe that us Puerto Ricans, we are wasting too much money. And it's a lie, because we don't have permission. We cannot even tie our shoes if the federal government doesn't allow it. That's why I keep talking about the Jones Act. The Jones Act is killing Puerto Rico since the 1920s, but now it's just worse, because the Jones Act, you can check it out, it's ridiculous. We pay more taxes than California without the taxes. That's how ridiculous it is.
Wow. What are your gun laws?
Oh, that's another joke. Basically, gun laws down here, because now that you mentioned that, criminals' activities, they're going way off the charts. So, the good Americans and Puerto Ricans that live down here, and a couple of senators out here, they want to reestablish the Second Amendment, because here, just to go to the paperwork, you can waste $1,000, and you have to wait for your gun permit in like 6 or 7 months. And it goes against the American Constitution.
Absolutely.
You see? Because when you go back to the States, all they do is a background check, and you can get your gun or whatever in 20 or an hour, less than an hour.
Yeah, a rifle or handgun's 3 days.
Exactly.
And so you're saying you have to pay over $1,000 and wait 6 months to... with the chance that you might not even get the weapon. And you being a veteran of war, you have to go through the same process? You fought for our country?
It's even worse. It's even worse. It's like saying, if you love the Constitution and you love the Bible, you're going to have problems. Now, if you support everything that's going on with the tyrannical government, you have no problem. You're okay. But if you're a good patriot, you love your country, and you love your Constitution, they look at you like, well, I think he's one of the bad guys.
Yeah, we're a resistance. We're a resistance to the New World Order. That's Luciferianism.
Exactly. But they're pushing down here the Second Amendment because there's a lot of worries, because too many carjackings, too many, we kill more people down here than Iraq.
Wow.
That tells you something. That tells you something.
So that's why I always say gun laws don't work. They just, the criminals are always going to have the guns no matter what. So they make it stricter on the law-abiding citizens and make it to where they cannot protect themselves. That's...
And another thing, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
Another thing, FEMA guaranteed to the Puerto Rican government, because down here, a lot of police from the States, they came down here and they helped great people, great patriots from different states. I mean, I love them. But the federal government paid them, and they didn't pay the police of Puerto Rico, and they guarantee the salary, and they lied. And now basically we might go on strike, the police force.
Really? See, they're not talking about that on the news at all.
Yep.
So,
and what they're trying to say is there's corruption of the police. Yeah, there's always bad apples, but it's
that's just
FEMA,
that's an excuse.
FEMA. We got help so people can have an idea. 45 days after we got hit, because FEMA didn't allow no one to help this island for 45 days, people. And in the meantime, I'm sorry, brother, we have contractors from the CIA running gas pipelines, water, and just doing disgusting. And it's FEMA. The problem is FEMA.
Yeah,
they have too much power, too much.
Of course, just like the the Rockefellers, the bankers. So basically, all this federal money that our government's giving to these other countries, third world countries that hate us and want to cut our heads off, and you in Puerto Rico are struggling, and you don't even have the right to defend yourself unless you got deep pockets.
Yep.
$1,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money for me. And then 6 months to wait to defend myself. Plus, there's still parts of Puerto Rico without power that they say they're shutting off the power to.
Yeah, now basically, like last 2 days, we had a small incident, but everything is being orchestrated by the government. Basically, they're going to shut down. It's called Palo Seco. It's the biggest generator out here since the 1940s or whatever. Now they're going to shut it down because they're saying that the Puerto Rican government doesn't have no money. But that's BS because FEMA guaranteed there will be money for that. So it goes back to FEMA.
Right. Well, yeah, you're saying Puerto Rico has no money. Well, that big budget spending, I guess Puerto Rico wasn't put into that mix, was it? Our government, the Dems, they want to spend more money on illegal immigrants and stuff than helping out Puerto Ricans, which are Americans. That's crazy.
Remember the BLM?
Black Lives Matter?
No, the other BLM, from the federal government. Well, those are terrorists, but not that BLM. But the BLM, Bureau Land Management.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that declare war on the Bundys, remember, and the ranchers and all the Oregon. Going back to the Yunque, BLM has a lot of power over that base, and they keep getting lands. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
if you look at Agenda 21, that's taking all that land. That's one of the main agendas in Agenda 21. Is there to be no more private property, and they're just stealing land. The Bundys, they pretty much. I'm running out of time again on this one. I got a minute left, but basically, over there in Puerto Rico, the police are about to go on strike because they're not getting paid. FEMA's saying it's all related to corruption, which is bullcrap. That's like a little false flag there in itself. So the people of Puerto Rico are getting screwed. Mainstream media is not talking about it, and that's terrible. My heart goes out for y'all. Praying for you on a daily. But I want to do more videos on this as well, on what's going on. I just wish I had more time, 15 minutes of pops. But one last thing before it goes off, I got 14 minutes, 19 seconds.
God bless you people, and hopefully we'll do another one. Check the Jones Act.
Jones Act. Okay, Jones Act. We'll definitely check into that, and then if I find it, I'll put a link to it at below the video as well. So hopefully, this is just the beginning. We'll do a lot more of these, and a lot more topics. But to everybody out there, thanks for listening to Freddy over in Puerto Rico. Check out his channel. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and stay locked and loaded 100%. Later.